tá sleeps aristara kiemeta, the bathi isia. Signomi, tá sleeps at aristara kiemeta, the bathi isia. Ireland had the rotational presidency of the EU, and I got a phone call from the Department of Foreign Affairs. Now, I don't have any pull with the Department of Foreign Affairs. Give me a call. And they said, would you be interested in headlining the Athens Euro Jazz Festival? Now, Athens Euro Jazz is the premier jazz festival in the EU. And so basically I said, sure. And I went over there and played with two Greek guys, Spiros and Kostas. And we basically played a few gigs around. Well, first of all, we had to get a set together, and then we played a few gigs around Athens. So we did a couple of gigs and got on quite well, congenially. And then with help from Jameson Whiskey in Middleton, we managed to get some gigs in Sophia. So we flew to Sophia and played a couple of gigs there and stayed there for a few days. And then we came back to Athens and headlined the festival. So we were like the last band to play, the closing act kind of thing, and the premier act kind of thing. And so I played with the two Greek guys, but also with two Dutch guys, Tony and Just. So we did that, and so I finished there. It was a great success. But just a quick A-side, Stern's digression for 1 second, pertinent. I wasn't the first guy from Cork to play a headline gig in Athens. That honour fell to Rory Gallagher, and it was quite amusing actually. So when I did the gig, we finished up the gig anyway, I took a plane to a place called Thessaloniki, which is in the north of Greece, and I was going to a place called FYRM, and that's an acronym for the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, because that's what you call it when you're in Greece. When you're in FYRM, you can call it Macedonia. But so I had to get a train from Thessaloniki all the way up to Skopje, which is the capital. There was no flights. I think there might be now, but there was none then. So I got the train up there and met three very good friends of mine. Tony on guitar and two drummers. Alex, great guy, great friend of mine, and Ollie, great guy. And we were going to make a band, two drummers, two guitar players. And basically we actually, again, kind of got together, and like we were supposed to be rehearsing, but we were actually playing gigs, which was kind of intriguing. And then we actually played all over pretty much length and breadth of Macedonia, North Macedonia as it's known now. So in recent times it's taken on that moniker, and so we kind of travelled all the way through playing and had fantastic audiences, and got on incredibly well. And then basically came back. I came back to Thessaloniki on train after the whole thing was done, and back to Athens and came home. An intriguing thing about that actually in North Macedonia, the Ministry of Culture in North Macedonia actually backed that project, which is highly appreciated. And about the concerts in Bulgaria, they had this fantastic kind of pixelated poster with me on it, with my name in Cyrillic on the poster, which is fantastic actually. And we had, again, like we had great great audiences in Bulgaria, but in Athens I mean, that was in a stadium, and it was to an actual, quite a massive crowd actually, because the night that it's on, like the closing night, everyone goes to it. So there was quite a massive audience there, and all dignitaries and diplomats and all that stuff, and all the high flyers, the kind of big names in jazz in Europe, they were either playing at it or in attendance. So it was an amazing thing and quite a serious boost to have done that. Thank you for listening.